Hey everybody, it's ManlyBadassHero, and welcome to Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs is a sequel to the critically acclaimed Amnesia, a first-person horror adventure game. Like the first Amnesia, it involves stealth, moody atmosphere, and running from things that you really can't handle. The only difference is this one involves a lot of pig puns. A small shout out to a subscriber who I'll refer to as that gentleman, who in fact gifted me this game. Thank you very much, sir.
Daddy, Daddy, please don't kill me.
Remind me never to go to Las Vegas again. In my dreams, I see a man, dressed in jaguar skins, and feathered like a blooded saint. What came from the heart lubricated us. It crushed evil under its tread, and liberated us all. The voided heat of the jungle mirrored somewhere behind my forehead. My temple pounds, the blood boils in my skull. It feels as if there is something alive there. A rat, a damn rat, gnawing through my brains, eating its way out into the world. Even the laudanum will not quell its endless hunger. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are these? Look, we got the lamp from Aladdin.
Daddy, Daddy, find us!
I wake alone, to a house in silence. That missing sound of children playing is like a dark, fecund sepulchre, beckoning me, begin a descent to the loam where surely only bodies may be found. No matter. My children call, and I shall answer. I will find them.
I held your hand and watched the blood pool between your legs. You lived long enough to see Edwin, but not Enoch. I will take care of them, my love. I promise you this.
A lot of pig masks in this game. You have to wonder what kind of household would require people to sleep in cages, and whether or not they were keeping themselves in or keeping something out.
Papa, Papa, this way.
Rebound shot. Attics and nurseries, but they slept in the attic when they were babes in arms, and perhaps they have hidden there now. I remember I insisted upon it, midway between my bedroom and my office. First-person attic opening simulator.
There's a bad man coming.
Children. Tools. Looks like he was fixing a music box of some kind. Little place where the children were hiding. Daddy says there won't be a Christmas this year, and he is much too busy. Daddy says we must not disturb him. He is ever so busy. He is gone for work before she wakes us, and often we are asleep before he returns. We found a bird in the garden with a broken wing. We gave it to Nanny, who said it was a filthy thing, and hid it with a rolling pin. Later, we crept downstairs to bury the body when everyone was asleep. There was a pig in the garden. We heard it snuffling about. Then Daddy came and said we had to come inside straight away. He was furious, but we think he'd been crying again. Another pig mask.
We're hiding, Daddy.
I wonder if they were the ones leaving them behind. I think the other question is if I'm actually their father or if they're pig. If I'm just some guy who happens to be here. Wasn't there? Yeah, it's still there. Okay. Yes, he said I know these runes. He was a shabby fellow, all rotten with the same malodorous disease. I caught him looking at me strangely, as if he really wanted to know was how I knew of them. Butting back the temptation To box his ears for the impudence, I simply smiled and told him that my family's library contained intriguing travel books. The illiterate oaf did not understand that, of course. He agreed to lead us anyway. I have told the children, truly, this will be an extraordinary adventure. If those old stones hold the financial benefits I predict, it will be merely the first of many.
Daddy.
It's like I'm going for the haunted mansion at Disney World. Except, you know, my life's actually in possible danger.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful tomato pills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
So these are the ruins he was talking about. Some location mapped out right there. Can't tell. Looks almost like depictions of maybe El Dorado or things like that. Nice piano. This is what happens when you build a fancy mansion in the middle of LA. Pig mask. Mushy mush.
Precious eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
They call me Deep Throat. Whoever owned this place did a lot of drinking. The bank is refusing credit. The ignorant swine. I sit alone at night and weep once the children and servants are safely asleep, when they cannot hear me. My darling, how I need you now. They say I have squandered my fortune, that my investment in these latest machines has ruined the family name. What? That I was to remain a local butcher? What are these 2 arms compared to the multitude that can be applied without pay, without tire? By adapting the mechanisms we find in the looms and the mills. But if the bank has its way, it will all come to nothing. If they come for the house, I swear I will kill them. I will kill them all. I will take my rifle. My rifle. Where once we sat to weep Lily's passing, under weapons that cannot slay the angels retrieve her from heaven. Look beyond the paintings, Oswald, where you once watched her bathe. The children must have discovered those secret places and taken refuge there. So assuming I'm the father, that means I'm Oswald. That locks the door. Why would a guy need to spy on his own children? Paranoia? Creepy fantasies? pig mask. Clockwork and the soul. Replacement is dissatisfactory, so like a pump. Better the intestinal canal, like a tapeworm, already hosting intrusion and the breed. Brass better than copper, more resistant. Filaments sewn to the bone hold. Marrow pipe removal with needle potential. Composite replacement straightforward. Will respond to electromagnetic inducement to increase yield rate. Serum provides accelerated resetting, resulting in naturalized movement within 2 to 3 days. Subject still requires severing of frontal lobes to reduce emotional distress upon reactivation. Damn it! Damn it! Damn this wretched soul! If only it were clockwork.
This dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, ripe for the bleeding.
So he was spying on his wife and drawing imagery or using her as like a model. Of course, it looks like he spied on other people too, including Rasputin. I think that is an actual picture of Rasputin. Wait a minute. We came in for that bathroom earlier. Ooh. He also liked drinking quite a bit. The well is spinned. The house is alive. I wonder if that's just the steampunk machines doing their thing. Now, is that the howling of a terrible beast? Or the howling of a machine? A machine for pigs. It went in Enoch's diary. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook, and he came and shouted at us, just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, that room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They are often angry, or that's how it sounds. We think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like it there anyway. So, he stopped the children from going in his room to prevent them from finding his secret, and the angry noises are their dad masturbating. That's awkward. Daddy, what's that noise coming from the walls? Daddy? Hold up, son. Finishing up here.
This way, Papa. Come and see.
All these doors are locked. This house is falling apart. Christ. The voice on the telephone. He speaks as if he knows me. And indeed, I seem to remember him. Like a twin pulled away from the other at birth. I feel we are entwined. So I cannot conceive of how. I am a drowning man, grasping for the surface within my own house. Beneath me, I know there are splendid architectures hidden in the dark. If I could only find the entrances. I wonder if I actually am one of the children.
Daddy.
Perhaps inherited the house after my father's death. They always tempt you with the entrance or the exit, but never can you ever leave a horror game. Turn that light on.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, sir. I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
Long hallway. Phone.
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Would you kindly? I can't really tell which way is the right way. I suppose that's a dead end. Sounded like murder. Someone who can actually speak that is probably gonna be, oh, pig mask. Probably gotta translate that for me in the comments. Hippo. Seems like we were never pig mask. Let's see. Person who owned this house definitely went traveling. Enjoyed his hunting. He even hunted the elusive giant spider. On bears and bathtubs. And after the party, she took my arm and said, "But darling, however did you get from the trophy room to the guest bathroom so quickly? Everyone considers you quite the magician." My darling, Lilybeth, my father's house has many rooms, and as for mine, well, it also has its secret chambers. Children. Well, we definitely know they aren't real. mean, if we didn't already assume that. Okay, that's the long hallway. December 20th, 1899. I am to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor A. He has come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged absence from the club. But I am not stupid. He is here as spy for them. When they stalked the Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. And now he comes to me, to doff and wheedle, and, my dear sir, and, but you must still grieve, and perhaps just a quick look at your engines, the triumph of the age. He knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice. But to refuse, that would simply poke the hornet's nest, invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. I must entertain this buffoon, and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the tripery. See whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging the innards of clumsy, bisected whores, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of his golden age. I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least. We have stronger locks on the windows now, and we bring their toys to them. Where'd you get all these toys? Secretly, it's gonna turn him on Batman. Batman who has committed a horrible crime, apparently. Blood. Dead rats. What the fuck was that? He didn't look like no kid.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
Sally the doctor's doll's cottager. Oh, she come a-snuffling by night round your door, with her pretty apron right down to the hoof, and her hay ringlets are fair, and her eyes are china blue, like a half-buried hand in the wintry snow, oh, like a hand in the wintry snow. And she'll beg you for apples through the window ajar, her face will be a huddin', but her eyes shine aflame, and though she'll be tempted by her bosom, so fair, she'll snatch you and catch you and eat your heart, oh. She'll catch you and eat out your heart. So look to your manners come the eve of the year, lest Sally comes calling for apples, my dear. I know that some doors ne'er should open wide. Take heed of your father and keep safe inside. There's a boding in children. Make Sally her pies, oh, and warm Sally's beastly insides. That's not a normal book. Sacrifice to the chair gods. I suppose I should close that door just to be polite. It is my own house, after all. Huh. Look at these stains. Look at this mess. How terrible. Follow the blood. To figure out how to find this room. I mean, this puzzle is barely solvable. The pipes. This guy had a lot of money, boy. Blueprints for something. Maybe I opened that gate back there. Oh yeah, I did.
I am off to market. I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
Definitely seems like he might have murdered his wife. Especially with all that talk of blood on his hands. He brought up a Ripper pig mask. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the actual Jack the Ripper. Perhaps they are old friends. Something these unlock, huh?
He's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
A curious discovery. Metal ticking as it cools and contracts. This must be the strange machine my new friend told me of. If my children discovered this place, it is entirely conceivable they strayed downwards, delighted in their discovery. Very well. It seems my route is predestined. The descent begins. A descent into madness. Pig mask. Door opens pretty easy. Must be more of a laminate than an actual brick wall. So I don't think I'm in the mansion anymore. This seems like it has all sorts of passages to lead to the streets too. More pig masks everywhere.
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
Ah, crap! Ah! June 3rd, 1899. I realize now that my fear of dirt stems from the disease I contracted climbing those lost jungle temples. It is as if those clean places, so free of humanity's filth, imprinted upon my soul and left it fragile to what I find here. Fear is what keeps us all in our places, and the fear of the flesh, the ruin of the flesh, is the greatest of them all. I am sickened, I am ruined, but I will build such machines to contain this plague and heal us all. A new century is upon us. So he definitely found, either he might have found literal El Dorado, or he just found some ruins. And the ruins themselves would possibly make you rich anyway, even if they just weren't made of gold.
Come on, slow coach. It's this way.
Trapped. Was it a trick? My voice on the phone, who seems so close to my own, who seems to know me so well. Does he lead me for a nefarious purpose of his own secret devising? But do I have a choice? Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I will follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth. It will lead me to Edwin and Enoch. Would you kindly?
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
Little? Odd choice of words. You seem like you'll be useful. I'll leave you right there. There's another one right there. Earthquake! I'll leave you right there, in case these are a key to something. I'll pile you up right here. And I'll come back for you. Well, I might as well carry you for the moment. Barrel! So let's see what we're dealing with. Locked door. Let's see, a door on the left and a door on the right. Yeah, you definitely need to be replaced. Intriguing. The gates are far too heavy for a man to lift, and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain, curled about a tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Once the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun, and the gates will remain an impregnable barrier to my progress. One battery. There be light! Something's moving. Okay, I'll leave the battery right there. I think I'm gonna need it in a sec. Well, there's a whole bunch of these batteries all over the place. Maybe I don't need to carry them after all. lowered something. Didn't pass my way. We'll take you along with us, anyway.
Bandaged feet and eyes, small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Just dragging this thing along. Perhaps I didn't need to drag you here after all. Oh, hello there. Maybe I did. Well, no, you work perfectly fine. My batteries. My fuses. Can't go home without my fuses. Oh shit! Don't collapse on me. I took a lot of fuses to save. No fuse left behind. In my madness. Aha! I have found a use for you! Ah! Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive. The stench from these barrels is quite discomforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. It seems this chemical processor is merely one part of a much larger complex. No easy route for me then. I will follow my fever, the calls of my children, wherever they may lead me, as I move further into this strange empire. I suspect I was supposed to go here for the other battery. I'll check it out anyway. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic Forest, where that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without waiting first for your puke and innard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser. But here, in our temples of steel, I have witnessed the severed head of a man recently trampled by a runaway carriage. Immersed in a solution of the Brandenburg compound upon his eyes, and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where's my body? We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dear darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this. I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench the back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction." What was that? A living pig mask? There's nothing there. Berries all over the place down here. Oh, I see. I've gone back. So I unlock that door so I can come back here and get extra battery. Yeah, I see. My light's flickering. Odd. What the? Odd indeed. What could move like that?
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
It's almost like I'm dealing with more of a raptor than anything else. I mean, I don't even know if I'm dealing with anything right now. Could just be seeing things. I'm clearly seeing children run around. I could clearly be seeing other, less friendly things. Of course, that implies children are friendly.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
Locked door. Kind of retracing our steps quite a bit here and there.
I told you he'd come.
What if my children are already dead?
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man. You have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
Steampunk airlock. If this was a machine for pigs, the pigs is man. Check the drawers. More signs of alcoholism, I see. Oh. Hell, I'm not going back now.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes, it can be clean like this, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Someone had a lot of time to make those masks. Factory offices. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex. Yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path. Some put a folded shirt in their drawers. May 1st, 1899. But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own God? I have seen these things, and I will tell you now, no, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a God thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this, I realized they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Music's coming from somewhere. It's nothing. It's nothing. There's just some false teeth and some glasses with some stains, probably from all the wine and the liquor he drinks. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems a folly. Perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talk of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. What happened to the music? Oh, it was being played on that. We intricate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum, derivative, and feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from the holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Product? Are we dealing with a cannibalism Soylent Green thing? Or it's gonna be a further twist where we look at ourselves in the mirror and find out we were the pigs all along. Like that Twilight Zone episode. Feeling pumps. We've been spent quite some time into this game, and we haven't actually encountered anything. Pig. Looks just like a normal pig. Did they make a race of man-bear pigs or something? It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I have seen automobiles demonstrate at Mr. Yarham and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum. Of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Truck fueling station. Perhaps I am to fuel the pig. I only buy the highest grade of gas for my pig. Alright, fill her up. My guy must be pretty strong to pick a pig with one hand. What's in here? Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired. One might almost boast of creating a man who breathes like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, running carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the street. Alleys and gutters running freely with a careless spill of their conjoinings. They are thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by. And yet, this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage, as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. Can't tell if it's Soylent Green or something deeper than that. I mean, that's actually kind of weird. These are like factories and streets, but there's nobody around. Something appeared, but there we go. Boycott. Fine swine stench from our streets. Madness factory must close. Ah, another glorious day in what I assume must be England. Nice foggy streets. Nobody on them. Lights strangely dim. The church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility, given the locked doors around the fueling station. The truck blocks my way, however, almost as if the saboteur knew that I might consider this alternate entrance. How in blazes are we supposed to meet these damn schedules if even the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function? These cursed, newfangled trucks will only run on a fraction of a distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine, and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blizzard tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day, only to find the tank is empty. Well, sud it, says I. Enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the... Let's see, Damson Templar for a jar.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Oh, way to park your truck here, asshole. Maybe you could have backed up, like, you know, maybe a couple inches so we get this door open. God, I hope you get a parking ticket. Highly corrosive, highly flammable. That sounds fun. What the? Tank to refuel a truck. The canister looks as it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think of which I saw pass me in its cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself. The opportunity perhaps to gain access to St. Dunstan's. It's like my car is really broken down and I have to refuel it. What the fuck? Which way? What the? going... Oh. Something's coming. But curiosity compels me to stay and watch. What is coming exactly? Actually, no, is this done? Let's just get the gas and get out of here. Dear sweet Lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape. Grasp this container and its petri contents and flee this place before that creature, that nearly man, returns. I will head for the church. Surely such an abomination cannot fall onto hallowed ground. I am really curious. He couldn't pick on the door, but he really wanted to. Smart thing to do would have just been fill up the truck and drive out, but it seems like those roads don't have any logical pathing. Pig mask. Dang damn it, how do I work one of these things? We have a full tank of gas just to move this damn thing 2 inches. Okay. You know, whatever.
This way,
spooky
Papa.
graveyard.
Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
And that's it for part 1 of Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Very much a build-up game. More so than the original Amnesia, which had its build-up, but right away you kind of knew you were in a place that you did not belong. This was a different feeling. Rather than being the castle kind of getting infected and seeing these horrible things happening, and then eventually encountering the monster, this one's steampunk. It's a lot more vague. You're really in the dark here when you start off. Much more so than Amnesia, I would say. And we still haven't encountered any form of enemy yet, so very big build-up. I'm very much looking forward to seeing whatever is, in fact, stalking us. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 of Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. Take it easy.